Hey, what is up, lovelies? It is Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and today we are going to be talking about Etheria Restart. This game launched a few days ago, and quite honestly, it has so quickly grown to be one of my favorite gacha games ever. This is so much fun for me. I am having a blast, and it is something that I've spent like hours on, just constantly playing and grinding out resources and all of these things. And I know that sounds very strange for somebody like me, who I tell everybody I am a casual gamer and I don't focus on battle. I have my reasons why I like this game, and we're going to go over it today. I'm going to show you my account, I'm going to show you the characters that I've pulled, everything in my account right now. Now, I don't really know if I am playing it the most optimal or whatnot, but I'll share to you guys my experience playing this game. Okay. So this is my screen here. We are on my laptop, so hopefully this video works out well. So of course I chose to play as the male character in the game, and basically you're stuck in this like world where it's like an apocalyptic world, and the whole story takes place in this little thing here, like the ether link. So if I press on the ether link, he goes into the chair, and basically you have your main quest, you have your challenges. Your challenges is where like you start farming for all of these different things, but it's almost like this digital world that they hop into. I don't know if you guys are old enough to know this, but do you know, I know some of you might know this, Code Lyoko. It's almost like that, but in a gacha game. And this game has PvP in it. It has player versus player in it. It has you joining like a union or like a clan or whatnot, if you're familiar with like terms from Clash of Clans. And yeah, so then there's a summon feature here. You have like, if you just go through the entire I guess apartment building, you're just basically in here. It's not an open world necessarily, right? This is like the real IRL world, and then you're just like going into this little chair and just downloading yourself into situations, into environments and whatnot, because the world is in an apocalyptic state. And so let's see, what is the best place to start? Let's go with the characters, like with the actual characters that you can summon, right? So if we're gonna head over to the summons, right? Okay, so this is the first rate up banner that we have. You pull on this rate up banner with standard pulls here. The purple ones are standard pulls. You have your resource, basically red diamonds like in Love and Deep Space. And then these are like your, I guess kind of like your return investment. As the more you wish, the more you get of these, basically. And then this is like a limited banner that we're running right now. A male character, guys. Yes, it is not a 3D whatever, but it is still super fun. This is the limited currency that we have right here. This character, his name is Messiah. He's actually really cool. I'm personally not interested in getting him right now because I have other characters that I'm more interested in getting, to be perfectly honest. If you're planning on downloading this game, you'll have 5 banners to start off with. There is a target selector that you can choose whichever 5-star from the standard banner. You can choose them. So this is the standard banner, basically, or the permanent summon, and here you use the standard resources here. I'll just show you what the summons looks like. So if I put this in, you have your little thingy here, and then you get your summons. If you have a 5-star, it is a oh, it's not actually a 5-star, it's an SSR. An SSR is your gold, right? And then if you get purple, then that's your SR, and then you have R characters. The different characters that you have here, there are so many, and there are so many pretty ones. And there are a lot of male characters here. Of course, there are more female characters than male characters, but to be perfectly honest, I'm not really upset. We even have an old dude. Like, this is really crazy. This is one of my favorite games. And so this is Rahu. Like, look at this guy. He looks freaking amazing. He looks so cool. We have Rahu, there's like Hell Kid, there's Born, which Born is looks like he's Saturday, he's not Sunday. If you play HSR. He is actually a really cool character too. I love their designs. Like this girl here is so fun. Look at her. She has a tail. She has like those pigtails, looks very Rockstar-esque. And whoever is going to be on like the standard quote unquote limited banner, like the new characters, will automatically get put into the standard banner here, so the permanent standard banner. But a lot of like the female characters are really cool too. Like Tiamat is so cool, and you saw that the boobs do jiggle here. There is jiggle physics, but she is an awesome character. I hope one day that I do get her. It's very difficult to get like the specific character that you want off of the standard banner. That's why a lot of people re-roll, which we'll get to that in a little bit. But this is Rosa. She looks so good. TBH. And then we have Hell Kid here, who is a male character. In the story, without giving too many spoilers, he's actually a bad character. And then you have Chloros here, who is almost like the embodiment of like almost like a reaper, with the whole scythe and the whole vibe of that. Then you have the Messiah. There are different kinds of like elements too, quote unquote elements. I don't really know what they're called necessarily, but you have your green ones, you have the blue ones, and then the red ones, and then each of these kind of characters have their weaknesses against one another. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe green is more powerful than blue, but blue is more powerful than red, and red is more powerful than green. So it's almost like rock, paper, scissors, if you think about it that way. And then the light and dark characters here don't really have a necessary like weakness to any of those. It gives you like a damage boost when you're playing the actual game. You also have Heinrich. Heinrich looks really cool too. Like he looks almost like Death the Kid from I forgot what the anime was called, but he looks like Death the Kid. Again, you saw Messiah. Probably one of the most cracked like characters in the game is Lily. So anybody who has a Lily is pretty much set for a long time, because she does have a huge advantage on turn meters and whatnot. Since this is a turn-based gacha game, that is a very important thing. And the SR characters in this game, there are a plethora of them. And there are so many male characters that I am absolutely in love with. This guy is so freaking cool. Look at that. And then you also have Gray, who you get just automatically in the game, and then you can just get copies of him if you need to. But he comes basically free when you download the game. You have Kraken if you like older characters. This game doesn't have an English dub. It only has Japanese and Chinese. I'm currently playing in Japanese, and some of these characters actually sound like a lot of Japanese voice actors from many different animes that I watch, so it's kind of nostalgic. It's really like watching an anime. You have Oboro, who is so cool too. Like, look at that. And then you meet all of these characters, or at least I've met a few of these characters already in the main story quest. I'm on chapter, I think, 6 right now. Then you have Dating. Dating is really cool. He's like a little fox boy. But he is actually really good. He's a really good character too. Let's see who else. There's Marvel, and then these are the R characters that you have, like basically like the 2-star characters that you have. Okay, so that is pretty much the summons and the characters that are available here, and honestly that is probably the number one thing that drew me into trying this game, at least, was the characters and how I really enjoyed what they look like. Now let's kind of go over the different things that you do in the game, right? So when you level up these characters, so these are the characters that I actually have. I have Hellkid, I have Rahu, which I use the selector on. You get this character for free, Leon, and then I got Freya in 40 pulls. I got really lucky. And then I got Born, I have Dating, This Sanya is actually a really good healer in the game, and honestly, this game you have to actually build different teams in order for everything to like function really well. Because for different battles with the, say, if you go into challenge, right? So these are the things that you're basically grinding out. There are different challenges that you need to do. So I haven't unlocked any of these yet, so I don't know what these have, but in order to like level up your characters, which they're called animus. So animus, you level them up by basically farming all of these things here. So you farm these, and what my favorite thing is about the, farming for like experience or whatnot, is the fact that you can set this on the side. Not only does this have an auto battle function, but it has something where you can just step out of the battle and do other stuff. Now let me show you this, because this is probably my absolute favorite thing about this game, and it's something that I have been wanting in so many games, guys, even in Love and Deep Space. So here, this continuous battle. So after you've already unlocked it and it has 0 stars, once you gain at least a star, you'll be able to choose continuous battle. For the first star, I believe you can only do it 5 times. If you get 2 stars, you can do continuous battle for 8 runs. And then if you get 3 stars, then you can do continuous battle for 10 times. So what we're going to do here, I want to get, the experience books here for my characters. And I've been actually using my diamonds because they're actually very easy to come by. In this game. So I've been using diamonds to level up faster in the game, because the faster that you level up, the more things that you get to unlock, and the faster that you get more diamonds, basically more pulls, more rewards and everything, in order to create some beefy animus characters. So I'm going to confirm, use all of those things, and it's called stability. So your stamina is called stability in this game, so then we're going to start battle. Now, once you start battle, this is like super bare bones. I'm not even gonna go into like the advanced settings or whatnot, but this is what the battle looks like. You have a lineup of characters here. Sometimes they'll ask you for 5 characters, or they're gonna ask you to select only 4 characters. But right now, I have these characters selected. Now I'm going to, and here is the affinity restraint. So like I said, red has an advantage over green, green has an advantage over blue, and blue has an advantage over red. So that's why all of these different characters have all of those colors on like the top left hand side, and your enemies will also have this. It's almost like, Stalactrum colors in Love and Deep Space, in order to like almost what do you call it, not crit on them. I don't think it's critting, it's basically oh yeah, it is crit. So affinity advantage against opponents when attacking. So the blue has an affinity advantage over the red, which is called odd and reason. I didn't know that, but I'm just gonna call them by their color names. So you have an increased crit rate by 15%, and additional increased final damage by 15%. And then if you have the disadvantage, so if you're up against somebody who has the higher affinity than you, then you have the reduced 30% crit rate and reduced 50% effect. Oh god, what is this? I don't know what this is. Reduce extra final damage dealt by 15. So it is important to choose colors of your team that is an advantage over your opponent. In this particular case, just because I already know that I cleared this with my own characters, and if you look at my characters, I am completely I'm overwhelming the opposing team in terms of level and power, so it really doesn't matter right now. Once you start battling like the bosses in order to grind for those, that's when it really matters more. So I'm just gonna hit battle. So then there is a 3 times X in this battle here. There is also an auto function, which is on auto right now, and you see continuous battle 1 of 10. You click this button right here, takes you out, and then it's still going on the side. This is the continuous battle. Once it's done, I just click this, hit collect, and that's about it. This, having it run in the background while I'm doing quests or while I'm getting, while I'm battling like the bosses or whatnot, it helps you level up so fast. It helps you level up so fast, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing to have. I don't want to return to battle, but this is going to slowly just creep up as this is going by itself. And it's fantastic. It is my favorite thing in the game. So now let's talk about what shells are. Shells are basically what your weapons, technically, like quote-unquote weapons are. Your equivalent to a weapon. And then you'll battle these bosses. So these are different bosses that you would battle. You have a normal mode, you have a hard mode, and of course the hard mode gives you higher rewards and more rewards at that. And then there are different kinds for each of these. So there are different shells for each of the different bosses, and you can see that they have their affinity here, and you're gonna choose what affinity of your characters to battle up against them. And once you beat them at least once and you get like 1 star, you can do a continuous battle on them as well. There are a lot of different bosses that you can fight and get different kinds of shells in, which is really, really nice. So weapons, quote-unquote weapons, or your shells aren't something that you need to pull for in this game, which is really refreshing. It's just something that you need to grind for, basically. And that is such a refreshing thing, and I love the fact that you can do that. Next, you have modules. So modules are basically like your, what are the, like your protocores almost in Love in Deep Space. It's the equivalent of protocores. It's the equivalent of relics in Honkai Star Rail. So these are the things that kind of level up your base stats for your characters. So even if I'm in continuous battle, I can actually challenge this guy here and try and get all of these different modules here, and you can level these up as well and whatnot. And there is up to hard mode, and then there's nightmare mode, and then there's hell mode and inferno. This is where you start to get the very, very rare modules, and basically this is almost like endgame in this game. And then you also have Doki Doki. So each of these will give you different kinds of modules to choose from. So Doki Doki gives you like a speed boost, and there's also a defense one here. And then what else? So prowess material, this is actually quite interesting. Prowess material helps you level up your skills in this game. So you would have to choose like the different colors and then go into them and then just battle it out. And then you get the materials, quote unquote materials, that you need to level up your different skills for your animuses. Then you have these different game modes here. You have trial, challenge, and limited event. So this limited event here is actually like a little board game that you get to play, which is super cute. You just, you know, this actually gives you so many rewards. It's actually really crazy. I really like this. And you also get like a currency here that you can use in the Paradise Shop. So this is what's available. I can actually buy whatever I need in here, which I will once I know what is basically the best option. Now, this is a game where you get to play with friends, right? Not necessarily in like a co-op mode really, but more of a like in a union. So the union that I'm in is actually Ufi's union, Ufi TV. So we're just, you know, chilling, hanging out. I joined this guild, union, whatever you want to call it. And there's Ufi right here. She's level 28, level 23. I'm like really trying to grind, guys. I'm really trying to live up to my status in this game, mainly because when I joined, she made me vice president, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So you also have like weekly quests and rewards for your weeklies. Like, can you imagine how many rewards you get in this game? You get so many rewards, enough for so many pulls, and it just feels amazing, guys. It truly, truly feels amazing. Like, I don't even know how many pulls I've actually made on the standard banner. I've probably made over what, 400, over 300 almost. It is such a fun game. This is honestly a really fun game. The story aspect of this game is interesting. I feel like it does move a little bit, well, a little bit faster. Not a little bit faster. Honestly, it moves so fast compared to Honkai Star Rail. If the same writer was making this game, it would probably take like forever to get through the game itself. But this is such a fun little game to go through. And then after every like scene that you play in the main story quest, there is actually a summary at the very end before it takes you out of the story mode, basically. So there's a summary, and you can also skip anything in the story, which makes it so much easier if you're planning on re-rolling, which I went through re-roll hell. I did 4 accounts. This is the 4th one. And the other 3 accounts, I had only gotten waifus, and I really didn't want waifus. I really wanted husbandos. So this is the lucky 4th account that I made, that I was able to get a lot of the guys on it, and I'm so happy. So this is the account that I'm living in right now. As you can see, I named myself Kieran. The other one I named myself Luke. There's a different one I named myself Zane. And then the other one was Caleb, I believe. I forgot. Oh, there was one also named Silas. And you have this little, like, Kachu ring. This little guy kind of, like, accompanies you throughout the entire story. Kind of gives you a quick menu here to look at all of your different things. There's also, like, the archive. And then here... or achievements, sorry, you get to claim all of your rewards and whatnot, which I'm just gonna claim. And then these are just free pulls, guys, free pulls. I am absolutely in love with this game. I bought the daily pass. In terms of like how much I've spent in this game right now, I have bought the daily pass, which is the monthly supply card. I've bought this, and I've also gotten, I believe it was, goodness, here it was, oh no, that was free. There was like an intro hyper gift. Yeah, no, there was one thing that I bought, I think that was 99 cents or something, so I bought that. And then this is just the exchange shop with different in-game currencies here that are free. And then you can just, you can also buy duplicates of the characters if you need it. But honestly, I don't really need duplicates of the characters. However, if I do want Heinrich in the future, or Chloros, I definitely 100% need to save these. And I am a-okay with that. This also changes, so the different characters in here change every week. And you have clues here to go over like the story aspect of the game to figure out like what is happening. And the game has so many cutscenes. There are so many cutscenes, so many things that you don't need to actually like play in. There's a lot of like maybe like running around a little bit here and there. There is a sneak function, and then like an ambush function on your enemies, so you don't need to go through battle every time. It is fantastic. I genuinely enjoy this. And as you can see right here, there are outfits. So for your MC, you can actually change their outfit as well. Of course, you're going to have to buy them. This one comes to you for free. I think in the very beginning, I'm not sure. I think just like right now, you get this outfit for free. So if I equip this and I go back to he's here dressed up like this. And then if I go back to the outfits, which I actually personally don't like that outfit too much, then yeah, there's all of these different outfits here that you can choose from. They're probably going to add more as time goes on, but I'm going to go back to this little outfit here. You also have your battle outfit. So this is the outfit that you wear during the story mode of this game. And you get the choice of changing it to something else. I'm probably going to actually invest in these two, just because I really like the way that it looks, and I want something new and fresh to look at when I go into the story mode. And then you also have this little guy who follows you in the story mode, and he's also sitting outside. This I won as a achievement reward for some of the different events. But these are so funny. Food eggs. Like, it's adorable, guys. It's adorable. I'm actually a huge fan. Okay, and let's see. Is there anything else that we should talk about? Arena. Oh, this is the PvP mode. So this is the arena. You kind of just go into this, and no, you don't need to actually play, and you're forced to, you know, actually think about your moves. You can actually just set it to auto. That is pretty much it. I have my little battle report here. So my rank right now is bronze 1. My success rate is 100% because I don't choose to battle anybody better than me. And then this is my battle record. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. As you can see, all of the people that I've battled have lower level characters than I do. This is one that I failed. I chose to fight this person, and honestly, my ass was completely whooped. It was actually really funny to see, and I was like, oh, okay, alright, cool. So basically, this is the PvP mode. There are 3 different modes in the PvP. You have the Etheria, you have the Summit Arena, and then there's this one, which I haven't unlocked yet. This one, see, you match, make, and then it gives you like, here, you know what, let's just do it. So then it's going to match me up with different players who are currently also playing this at the same time. Some people are saying that if you press it at the same time as somebody else, then it is possible that you're all going to like battle together if you wanted to verse against people. I don't know. So I have now gone into this, and you take turns choosing what characters you're going to play as. So I get to choose first, then they choose 2 characters, and after they choose those 2 characters, I can no longer choose that character. So they chose Leon here, and now I can't choose Leon. And there's a counter at the bottom, so I'm just gonna start confirm selection, and I'm going to take this one, confirm selection. Okay, so these are the characters that I'm choosing, and after you choose, we both eliminate one from each other's team. Oh god. Oh my god, I'm gonna get my ass whooped, aren't I? This is not good. They're all gold too. This is really not good, guys. Okay, so we're not going to comment about my actual ability in playing, okay, guys? I'm just gonna say that right now. Or should I choose Freya? Oh god, did I even build Freya? I don't know. We're gonna find out. So this is going to be my team, and they're going to choose their last character here. So this is their, oh my god, they're freaking stacked. So who am I going to choose to remove from their team? I'm going to remove Messiah because he has like an immunity here, so I'm going to disable him. And then they choose one off of my team here, and they're going to disable one. They disabled Freya. Now we're going to duke it out. I don't know how this battle is going to go, and I am going to set it to auto because I'm not gonna think about this. Mainly because I am. So this is the auto buff button right here. They're gonna do their thing. I'm gonna continue talking. But yeah, this is basically the battles portion of this game. It is really fun to play this game, to be perfectly honest. Should you join now, you're like a few days late to the launch, whatnot, you should absolutely freaking join this game, like right now. Oh my god, I think I might actually win this. This is actually kind of crazy. But yeah, definitely try this game out. It is so much fun. It is my favorite gacha game right now. This is 100% my addiction. And I won. Oh my god. Okay. But yeah, this is fantastic. It is so much fun. I enjoy this so much. There are so many rewards. It scratches that like itch to pull because they give you so many things to get. And then there are rewards for like everything that you do. And there's even a shop here with that currency, and then I get to choose whatever I want here. It's so rewarding. This game feels so rewarding, and I am so excited to see where, one, the story is going to go, and two, what other characters are going to be released. Playing in, we're going to, I don't know if I have enough currency if I want to do this. I don't think I do. Darn. Okay, well, you get like also a max of how many things that you get to refresh, so I'm just gonna go up to 40 and then start battle. All right, so continuous battle is starting again. Another note that I kind of want to say is that in the summon section here, this banner, it's the same here. So the regular is 100, so this currency right here is 100 diamonds, whereas this currency is 300 diamonds each. So that's why I'm not pulling on these banners, to be perfectly honest. As much as I want Heinrich, I'm just gonna wait it out. But yeah, that is also another little thing that I wanted to say, but that is pretty much it. This is such a good game. It is my favorite game so far. It is an absolute addiction of mine right now, and I'm having a blast. Anyway, that is pretty much it. Let me know if you're going to play Etheria Restart. Let me know if you want to even try it out. I will probably be covering more things about Etheria Restart and my experience playing this, and like the little tips that I have as a casual gamer. Videos that I've been watching a lot of Vulcan videos. I've been watching a lot of Gacha Smack videos on like what is the best way to like go about this, but the way that they're approaching the game is very like super serious, super grindy. Like I'm only level 23 and they're already hitting like the 35 mark today, so I am taking this game super easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm gonna try my best to live up to my name in the Union, but that is pretty much it. This is definitely a game that's in my roster right now. I'm playing this every single day, almost every hour. Grinding for resources and leveling up my characters. It is so much fun. It tickles this little itch in my brain when I level up a character well and it performs well without me having to do anything. I don't know. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I am Lynn the Gacha Goblin. Leave your comments down below. Do you like this game? Do you not like this game? Would you try it out? Would you not try it out? And no, this game doesn't have any romance, but it's still fun. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I am Lynn the Gacha Goblin. I'll see you lovelies in the next video. Bye-bye!